So when somebody doesn't want to give up resentment, and that's sort of the nature of resentment, right? Is that it can be pretty entangled in your whole life and what you do. And when you're talking to somebody whose resentment feels so valid and feels so earned, as I say, you've earned this resentment. And other people are saying, you got to let it go, right? I mean, it's been 5 years. Just move on. That what I really want to focus on with adults when I'm talking about that is that the idea of giving something up or letting something go or changing the way you feel is sometimes too big of a step. And so what I really want them to do, and I do this a lot with all thoughts, and when I specialize in anxiety, is that how do we get some distance from it? Whenever we can give somebody some distance from a pattern so that they become an observer of their pattern, it doesn't mean that we have to get rid of it. It doesn't mean that it's going to go away. And I think that sometimes saying to somebody, well, you're going to let go of your resentment, the implication in that, or the way they hear that, is that they're not going to feel this anymore. They're not going to think it anymore. And if you have a hard-earned resentment, and if you have reason to really be angry at this person, giving somebody permission to feel what they're going to feel and to think what they're going to think really takes the pressure off. So, of course, you're going to have those thoughts. Of course, you're going to have those feelings. And when they pop up, let's see if we can change your reaction to them. So, a lot of what I talk about with the families that I work with is step 1 and step 2. Step 1 is you're going to have a thought, a feeling, a reaction, and sometimes even a physical sensation. And we can't really consciously mediate that a lot of the time. These thoughts pop up. You hear a song, somebody asks you a question, and up come those thoughts and those feelings. Up comes that resentment. And that's perfectly fine. It's what you do next that actually is going to determine the impact of this on yourself and on the people around you. So when we start talking about letting go of, when we stop talking about letting go of, or stop talking about changing or moving on, lots of times the resistance sort of dissipates because we're really saying, you're going to feel what you're going to feel. And I get it. If I were you, I'd have those same feelings. I'd have those same thoughts. You've been through quite a battle and you've got some battle scars. But what are we going to do to shift that step 2 part so that your reaction to it can be perhaps adjusted or different than it used to be? Yeah. And so that helps get rid, that helps shift out of this idea that we have to move forward or get rid of, because people then feel resentful of you for saying you have to get rid of your resentment. Yeah.